So welcome to my unboxing and first looks at the new Nintendo Switch Lite, which is right here. And I want to thank Nintendo for sending this over. And I got the yellow one. It comes in a few different colors. It comes in the turquoise, the gray. I got the yellow. So we're going to unbox it today and I'm going to do some comparisons to the regular Nintendo Switch. And we'll start off with some box comparisons because this is the handheld version of the Nintendo Switch. It's fully handheld. You cannot put it in a dock mode and play it on the TV. So that has to be said first of all. But we're going to do some comparisons to other boxes. So here we go. Here's the Nintendo 3DS box compared to the new Nintendo Switch Lite box right here. So we get that one out of the way, and then we'll get the 3DS XL box. See how that is compared to each other right here. And we're just checking them all out. Here's the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Because you know why? It's part of the handheld family now. And so I thought it'd be appropriate to check it out compared to some of the other boxes out there. And here is the new Nintendo 2DS XL. And there we go. We can see that's a lot smaller there. This is going to be cool, man. This is going to be really cool. So, first of all, I'm going to need my trusty knife, right? To open this up? No, I don't need to. Because right here, you just click it open right there. So, here is the box itself. And here is behind the machine. And this is how we're opening it up right here. So, let us do this. Oh, wow. So that is what we are first seeing here. This flips over right here. And there is our new machine. And we'll get to that in a second. Let's see what else is in here. Let's flip this open. We get some instruction manuals. Well, we don't need those because we know what we're doing here. And an AC adapter. It looks pretty much like the regular Nintendo Switch AC adapter. Right here. All very compact. So let's just move all of these boxes out of the way. Oh, wow. Look at this. Beautiful looking. Beautiful looking. And we're going to take it out. And this is my first hands-on look at this machine right now. Oh, wow. Look at that. I'll put it right up to the camera there. This is the very first time I'm seeing this and holding it. And what do I think here? I'm not being funny. It's light. Hence the name, the Nintendo Switch Lite. It's very light. Wow, that's really interesting. And the screen is a little bit smaller as I was expecting. We're going to go through all of the features here. We're going to go through every single thing. How about when I do this to begin with? Hold it up to a regular Nintendo Switch console right here. Let's start off with the beginning. The one thing I really like right out of the box here is that it feels very solid. And I'm not knocking the Nintendo Switch right here because I really love this machine. But when you're holding it, you can kind of feel that the Joy-Cons are a little loose, right? They're connected, but they always feel a tiny little bit wiggly there, where you don't have that. This feels like a complete handheld device, which it is. It's hard to get used to that this is really this, but it's without a dock, and you can't connect it to a TV now. But as a handheld device, I think this is really nice and very light compared to the regular Nintendo Switch. The one thing that I really am loving here is the inclusion of a D-pad. And we never got that with the original. We got the 4 buttons, and it drove me absolutely crazy. So much so that I had to import this device here so I can have a D-pad for my Switch. And I use this a lot. I've used this quite a lot, especially for 2D fighting games. I can't go without a D-pad for sure. So that's the first inclusion that I'm really happy is there. Playing with the buttons, the one thing I can tell is that the buttons here are a lot more smoother. They're not as clicky. They just kind of go in really, really nice. Where I found on the Switch, they would click a little bit more. But that's a small little thing. That's a small little thing, but that's something I did notice. The one thing I can see as well is that the vents are a little bit different. So here's the Nintendo Switch fence on the top compared to the Switch Lite here. And on this one, they're a little bit more open. I heard there was some damages you could get with that. I never had it with mine here, so I never saw them myself. Where this, they're a little bit thinner here, so I don't think they can fall out or crack as much, which is good. And everything else, there's a lot more that's pretty much the same. The power up here, that's pretty much the same. Well, we've got the game card is the same as well. I'm just gonna test that out. Yep, game card right here. Both exactly the same right there. Also, the headphone jacks are the same. Right here, you see? So that is the same. Now let's just check out the buttons, shoulder buttons. Yeah. A little softer. Feels a little bit softer for sure. And we'll show the backs here to compare them. On the Switch Lite, there's no longer a kickstand. Obviously, there's no longer a kickstand here and removing the Joy-Cons. On the Switch Lite, that has been removed. Now, let's do a comparison on the screens here, because there is a screen size difference. On the original Nintendo Switch, it's a 6.2 touchscreen, and on the Switch Lite, it's a 5.5-inch touchscreen. So the screen is a little bit smaller. And a close-up here, this is for the charging right here. Clicks right in the bottom there. I want to talk about the color here for a second as well. When this showed up, I was like, oh my god, it's going to be so neon yellow. It's going to be blinding to look at. Because realistically, it does look very blinding on the box. And then up close, look at it. It is not neon yellow at all. It's a very whitish yellow. And so here it is with the screen turned on. And what I'm going to do as a comparison is just turn on my Nintendo Switch, which I think is on Dragon Quest 11 right now. Let's throw that on. And so we can just compare the screens. There's not the same imagery on each screen for sure, but we can, there we go. That's a better way to see these screens in comparison there. And so what I'm doing on the Nintendo Switch Lite here is it's asking me to create a new user data. Or I can also import, and it says it right on there, I can import the user data from another console. So if I select that, it says, do you still have the console with the user you want to import? I'll just say yes. Will you keep using the previous console in addition to this one? I hit yes. And then it wants you to link your Nintendo account right there. So that is the way that you can use multiple consoles. It walks you through it very simply in the opening right here. As soon as you start up the console and you're gonna sign in. And I think what else you can do is with the online features of the console, if you've been using the Nintendo Switch and say you have a save for Dragon Quest, you upload it to the cloud and then you can download it onto your new machine right here. And that's pretty simple to do. So yeah, very simple, very easy to do. Who is this device for? I think a lot of people have been asking that right from the get-go. Where I can say for my family, my immediate family, this device right here is for my wife. Really, she goes to work on the bus quite a lot, and she has a lot of time. And so she loves either playing mobile games or her 3DS XL. She really loves playing on that, but she's obviously wants to play the Nintendo Switch. So this is really perfect for her, that she can take this on the go and she come home, play it in bed, and you can have that kind of functionality out of it and treat it as it is meant to be, as a fully handheld device. The one thing I just figured out that I will 100% need is I need a carrying case for this. So I'll have to go look some up online to see what is the best bang for the buck with one of these. But I will say, I'm really digging this new device. I think it's really, really nice. I think it's very sturdy. The color, if you do get the yellow, and if you've been thinking, I want to get the yellow, it's a really nice yellow. It's not offensive yellow, as I thought it was going to be. I honestly, I really, to begin with, wanted the turquoise one. And now that I got the yellow one, I'm like, you know what? I like this yellow color. Wait, here's one thing. You'll never miss where you put it. You're like, where's it? Oh yeah, it's this one right here, the yellow. It stands out a little bit more. Any last words? I will say, yes, it still has your SD slot right at the bottom there, so you can expand the memory, which I obviously did with my original Nintendo Switch, so I could carry a lot more games on the go. But I'm really digging this new machine, and I'm gonna ask you guys, are you interested in the Nintendo Switch Lite? Are you going to pick one up? Is this your kind of thing? Do you want it for the handheld mode? Do you want it for taking on the bus? Is it better than the Nintendo Switch that you will hook up to your television? Which one are you preferring? Do you like the TV functionality? I must admit, I love the TV functionality. I love playing with a Pro Controller on my TV. I love that, but I also love the idea of a completely handheld version of this machine. And it's really interesting because Link's Awakening is just getting released, and a lot of people are going to buy this device and buy Link's Awakening, and they're just going to play the game in handheld mode. And isn't that cool? Because this is, going forward, the brand new Nintendo handheld device. We've enjoyed the 3DS and the 2DS XL. I mean, there's been so many versions of that machine that it's time to move forward with this brand new machine, and it's a great machine. Like, there's so many incredible games for the Switch in general. So if you do get this device and you're like, man, is there enough games? Oh yeah, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games to try out. Mario Odyssey, obviously, Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely check that game out for sure. So guys, I just wanted to come in today and talk about the Nintendo Switch Lite. So anyways, guys, until next time.